Hello and welcome back to the waste issue. In this episode, we're going to talk about how we can replace chemical cleaners with more eco friendly choices, such as bioenzyme cleaners. Before that, a little introduction to it. In nature, there is a happy balance of good microbes and pathogens. The good microbes often overrun pathogens in number. There are nitrogen fixing bacteria in the roots of the plants that play a major role in nature. The lactobacilli convert milk into curd. Your gut bacteria helps in digestion of food and keeps you healthy. And there are microbes that maintains your reproductive health. Do you know that your body is just not your body, but it is you plus another 10,000 different species of bacteria and other microbes? But in our efforts to sanitize our surroundings and environment with chemical cleaners, we are also effectively killing the good microbes around us. And this imbalance gives power to the pathogens that overtake the good microbes after that. Additionally, the chemical cleaners that we send off as grey water into our water bodies are fast polluting our rivers and lakes and any other water body. I mean, we have been asked to wash our hands again and again with soap and water, but do you ever think about what happens to that water when it goes down the drain? Do you know that it poses a severe health hazard to the lives of fish and other aquatic animals? So, as citizens, what can we do? How can we prevent this water pollution? Can we save the environment as well as ourselves? Are there any sustainable alternatives that do not kill the good bacteria and also clean the environment? The answer is a resounding yes, and that is by making bioenzyme based cleaners. So, what is bioenzyme? Well, the clue is in the name. Bio means life or living, or enzymes means that any substance that breaks down complex molecules into simpler ones, quite like the enzymes that our body produces to digest our food. So, bioenzymes contain both good bacteria and a lot of these enzymes that can clean very well and very effectively and is completely odor free or has a very pleasant odor. So I will take you through making how we can make bioenzyme and where we essentially use fruit peels. And in this demonstration, I will be using lemon peels in particular. So let's get on with that. So now let's start with the making of the bioenzyme. What you need is some lemon peels, some jaggery, not white sugar, but jaggery, plus water and a plastic container which will is appropriate to handle the volume of bioenzyme that you plan to make. So in this batch that I'm making, I'll be using about 3 liters of water. Now, the protocol that I'm using is from the book, The Waste Issue, which we have written, where we have taken 1 part jaggery, 3 parts of vegetable or fruit peels, and 10 parts of water. So for simplicity, what I'm going to demonstrate to you is about 300 grams of jaggery, 900 grams of lemon peels, and 3 liters of water in a 5-liter plastic container. Okay, so it's that simple. So we start, I've already previously measured out 3 liters water in this and kept it. To this, I will be adding 300 grams of jaggery. Okay, you can powder it and so that it blends well when you mix it with water. So here you see, this is water plus jaggery. Now to this, I will add the lemon peels, which weighs approximately 900 grams. And you can use any other citrus peel, such as orange or musambi, anything like that. And when you get more confident of making this bioenzyme, then you can start using mango peels or any other fruit peel or vegetable peel. Basically, only onion and garlic are not to be used. And citrus peels are recommended because of its very fragrant odor plus its own properties of, because it contains citric acid, which is can be a disinfectant. Now, here you go. We have just made one batch of bioenzyme, and then you label the date. Why labeling the date is important is now you will let it stay for about 3 months, and intermittently you will open the lid to let go of gas if there is, which are going to be produced. Okay, and so that is it. And after 3 months, what you have to do is to basically filter this mixture, where you remove the lemon peels and you get the clear bioenzyme. I'll show you what I already have. Now, this is from a previous batch. You can see it was slightly turbid, and this can be used as a cleaner for mopping, cleaning your bathrooms, your kitchen tops, tabletops, anything, anywhere, any place you want to use. A lot of people also use it on themselves by mixing it with shikakai. Do go to my blog and see the proportions if you want to be a little more adventurous than this. I have also made a rose bioenzyme, which I'm going to harvest today. That I will show you just in a bit. So here I have filtered a rose bioenzyme, which I had kept for fermenting about 2.5 months ago. I'm going to filter it a little short of 3 months because I had already added a previous batch of bioenzyme solution into it as a starter. So the fermentation is very fast. So if you could smell it, it smells heavenly because it smells of rose, and this can be used as a deodorizer for a room instead of using chemical deodorants. You can leave a bit in the bathroom and they'll keep your bathrooms smelling beautifully. So here I will just put it into the a funnel and store it in a bottle. So here you could see this beautiful rose colored bioenzyme made from used rose petals of different colors. Now that you know how to make bioenzyme, I hope you do consider switching to natural cleaners rather than going and buying your store-bought cleaners. And you're making these cleaners from the waste from your homes, so it is practically free, and so it is very cost-effective. And you can just imagine how much of savings that you will have through the year. So the uses are many, and this is what we have written in this book. All about it. So I would really urge you to get your own copy, or there is also a link in the description box which leads you to an article on bioenzymes on my blog, thewastissue.wordpress.com. So the uses are many, as I said. It cleans dishes, furniture, floor with the appropriate dilution. All these details are there in the blog, and it cleans fruits and vegetables. Now there's such a scare that about washing everything that comes from outside, and also it removes also the unnecessary pesticides that may be coming in with your fruits and vegetables. And it is a great idea to use the the undiluted bioenzyme to unclog your drains instead of putting the chemical and the acidic drain cleaners, which can be very harmful to the sewerage. And what else? You can remove unpleasant odors. You can use it in your gardens as a herbicide or a pesticide by using a dilution. Yet again, it also acts as a fertilizer. So the uses are, as I'm saying, are so many. And you can also combine with soap nut solutions, neem, and there are myriads of permutations and combinations that you can start doing. But this is absolutely the basic which I have showed. Do give it a try, and I'm sure, and I will promise you, you will not regret your decision of stepping into this journey of sustainable living. So until then, it is bye-bye from me, Sangeeta Venkatesh, and see you next time. Bye-bye.